Hello. I think we're back. Most of us.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I was like talking to people, I didn't hear anything, and I was like, what if I like didn't unmute and mute all the right things and it's like a hot ass mess now? We'll never know. But we're back. Speaking
What
of
if we were just
hot ass messes, I feel like before we can talk about time passing, we need to talk about Booty.
Hi.
So Tara, I think if you really wanted to, you could stay Angel. But I feel like when they fix you, I mean they fix you, but I don't think they're really. I think your life still reaches that untenable stage, because that's not really what they're interested in. They want to make sure you're functional, but as to whether or not your life is tenable, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I feel like if I were brought back, it would make sense if I was like not the same.
Yeah, you can take any of the four. There's four options when your life becomes untenable, and it's really up to you which one you think is best. So by four options, I mean you can come back with one less hard, you can come back with one more weird, you can change to a new playbook, or you can just die and be a new character altogether.
Do you have any preference?
No. I'm interested to see what you think is the best for Booty right now, narratively.
I mean, I think it makes sense that I would come back with one more weird and maybe not be like I can still be a doctor, though frankly I have not performed many operations or doctoring things. So that wouldn't change too much. It'd be interesting to imagine like what I look like now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still totally down with them having made me into a toaster cat, like Dr. Toaster Cat.
That toaster cat is not a playbook. I think you would need to be something with thumbs, which isn't to say that you can't have thumbs. Like, but you could definitely be some like sort of amalgamation of like
parts,
like a microwave on its side or something, or like whatever you want to look like. I just think the scale of a toaster cat is fictionally a little difficult to work with in terms of most of the moves.
But you can be a toaster person, for sure.
Toaster person.
But yeah, however you want to spin this.
So I think for sure what we can say is that I will come back with +1 weird.
Okay.
So I will update my sheet. Maybe I'm gonna be super weird, and now I have mechanical crow legs. That's
Both of
me.
Them?
Yep.
Awesome.
Both of them.
I'm down.
Cool. Done.
All right. So clear all of your harm.
Okay.
And you now have mechanical crow legs, and it's fine.
Sweet. I also have no memory of what happened. I have like no memory, and I have no memory of my relationship with Granny Gucci. I am like, I don't know.
Oh, they like hit
melted.
the reset button.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you probably remember Riddle.
Yes, I remember
for
Riddle.
obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But like, and like, do you still know of Granny Gucci? You just don't remember.
No, I don't. I don't remember Granny Gucci at all.
Okay, and what about Oler?
I don't remember Oler at all. I have no memory. The only person I remember, the only thing I remember, is Rill.
So I think
and that powerful static.
And that powerful
static. So mechanically, this would mess with Hex.
Oh.
So I think, I mean,
for the sake of ease, should we not?
No, I mean the mechanics follow the fiction, and the fiction follows the mechanics. So if you have forgotten them, you would need to clear your hex with them.
All done. Boom.
Yeah, like back to 0.
Back to
Yeah.
0. Yep.
So that we have that represented mechanically as well.
Okay. Done.
So I think this reconstruction of Booty is taken like 2 weeks. 2 weeks of time have passed. The screenheads have been putting you up real, as was the bargain. And Booty, they've been taking care of you as well.
Very nice.
And we know what Booty has been doing, being rebuilt. Real, have you done anything special in that time, or are you just kind of like making sure that they don't shank her when your back is turned?
I think I'm trying to mostly make sure they don't shank her, because at this point it's like really important to me that she lives so she can live her useless life in a happy manner. And I've already like spent so much time invested in it. So I've been doing that. While I've been doing that, I think I've just been really trying to figure out how to get out of burning down the junkyard and what else I could burn down instead, and trying to come up with like designing an entire show that I could show to the screenheads that would impress them so much that they wouldn't care about the junkyard not being burnt down.
So yeah, the screenheads are really upset about losing Stone. And Worm is not only upset about losing Stone, but like really pissed that he can't find his soldering iron. It's like super frustrating. Like everything, as soon as you showed up, everything just got fucked up, and Worm kind of has a chip on his shoulder about it. Dirt is a little more prosaic, and it's like, well, you know, everything everywhere literally is fucked up, so things happen. And Worm is like, no, fuck that. Stone was my friend. I really like that soldering iron, and I don't know. So they like have a lot of conversations about this while they're working on Booty. But you could try to convince them to give you an alternate.
Yeah, I think I would like to do that. So I guess I would just kind of, I'll roll this, but I would like go and sort of try and like talk to them a little bit and kind of approach it as like, do you know how many cool things can be done when they're like when you use fire? And kind of trying to sort of edge them into like, oh my God, so many great things can be done when you burn them down, destroy them. Look how many different kinds of things you can destroy. So what if I destroyed something else besides the junkyard? Wouldn't you like to see something bigger and better?
All right, so yeah, that sounds like a manipulate.
Yeah, I rolled it. I got 7.
Oh, a 7. I see it now. Yeah, because they would like to see something beautiful, and you are the last beautiful thing in this fucked up world. So let's see. They'll go along with you. The one says a performance. Yeah, I could see a performance instead of a mission. It could be something grandiose, something. Yeah. There's a stage in the city. There's a place for performances. You could go there and put on a show, and then we could watch it, right? Right, Dirt? And Dirt's kind of like more. He's a little bit more taciturn. He's like, I mean, I'd like to see that. Yeah.
Yes.
Worm?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go to. There's some weird people there, but you show them your art, and I'm sure that they'll let you perform.
They'll love my art. They'll love it. And if they don't, well, you know what happens to them. They become part of the show.
And Worm laughs, and he says, "You've changed so much, but some things stay the same with you, Real."
I do love fire now, a lot more than I used to.
Yes, once Booty is back on her feet, we can go there to the Concord Hall and perform.
Yep. Yep, instead of the junkyard, we will go to the Concord Hall. And love it. There will be a show.
So, so this is a conversation that happens during the passing of the 2 weeks. Is Real like convinces Dirt and Worm that they should see a spectacle rather than send her off on some like sabotage mission.
So upon like them saying yes, I guess I'm basically frantically trying to figure out exactly what kind of show I need to put on at this thing and how I'm gonna pull it off.
Right. Yeah. So we see like scenes of you planning the most like beautiful arson ever to impress your new friends or your new old friends, old new friends. It's unclear.
New old friends.
New old friends. All right. So before, before we see the business at the Concord Hall, I want to know what Granny Gucci and Oler have been doing. You're muted, Kelsa.
Of course I'm muted. Granny Gucci has definitely been working on her project, which was she got that thing from the city to stop the screenheads from communicating. Like she got from the people at the Concord Hall, and she was supposed to do one thing, but yeah, she's reprogramming it so that it will stop the screenheads from communicating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I need Booty to help me, and she's gone. Okay, well, is there a way to reassess how to do it, like to see if I can get Oler to help me with it or something like that? Because my first assessment of it was that I needed Booty's help, and she's gone. As far as I know, she's not coming back. She went inside the screen, and then Oler went inside the screen, and then Oler came back out with Stone, and who even knows?
Can somebody else do this? Is the question. I think the qualities that make Booty qualified are clear at this point.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like I feel like Oler has some of the qualities, but not maybe the technical know-how of putting things back together. Or maybe they do have that. But I kind of see Oler as somebody a little more specialized in taking things apart.
I mean, that's my usual style, but
Oler, do you think
could the ghost from the dead place help?
Yes, they could.
I can go talk to them.
Oler, I was really hoping to get Booty's help with putting this back together in such a way that it would block signals. I need to block the signals, and well, I don't have her help. Do you know of anyone that could help her?
I know some people.
Oh, bless you, Oler. I knew you could. You're such a good little child.
Is Stone still with us?
Yeah, Stone like in these 2 weeks has like taken the like defunct iPad off of his head. Seems confused as to what or why that was like that. But he's kind of just been like at loose ends and just kind of wandering around the junkyard.
So yeah, when Granny Gucci asked me if like I know anyone who can help, I go to Stone and I'm like, Stone, Granny needs our help with something. Can you come with me?
He looks at you and he says, Yeah, yeah, yeah. I followed you before, and that seems to have worked out.
I'm like, good. It's time for you to earn your keep here. And so I take him into my hideout.
And he's like astounded at it, and like the wall of dead smartphones. He's like, wow, this is this is an amazing. Have you always had this?
Yeah, I made it.
Wow. How what how do I earn my keep? What am I doing?
Oh, we got to go down there. And I point to the like weird hatch that goes into the underground.
He nods slowly. He says, "If that's where we gotta go, then I guess so."
Yeah, and so as he's like climbing down the ladder in the hatch, I just knock him out. Like I just kick him in the head real hard as he's climbing down and just like watch him fall
Yeah,
into it.
he hits the ground pretty hard. Um, and you see someone step forward. Um, it's that woman, the like kind of short, older, dumpy woman that you threw down there before. And she looks over at the body and then turns her head to look up at you. And like the angle at which she turns her head is like a little too far and a little off. She
Uh,
says, "Huh,
yeah,
again."
and can can you get that other lady, the really serious one?
She blinks slowly, smiles at you. She says, "She's already here. I needed this flesh for purposes."
Oh, okay. Uh, yeah, I brought you some more people. So I was wondering if you could help me and my granny. She has a project.
She's working with the queen, if I recall correctly from what we've seen. And disrupting the screens, yes, that will help us. Yes, we can
Okay,
help
well,
her.
come help my granny then.
Of course, I can leave now. She smiles, um, and she picks up this like very big man's body and like kind of turns and throws it, and you hear it like hit the ground somewhere further away, and you hear some dragging noises. Um, and she nods and turns, and there's a ladder, right? She starts climbing up the ladder.
Yeah. And I just like leave, assuming that she'll follow after I
Yeah.
like splash some of my clean water on my face.
So, um, Granny Gucci, in like a few minutes after Oler leaves, 15 minutes or so, you hear a knock on the door.
Ola, are you back so soon? Why are you knocking on the... Oh, I'll get it. And she goes and opens the door.
And there's this like shorter, kind of stout almost woman. Um, she's wearing overalls. She has like short whitish hair, but it's kind of like the bone white of a person that smokes a lot.
Mm.
Um, and her eyes are like really bloodshot. And she smiles at you, and her teeth are like very yellowed. She says, "I heard you needed something fixed."
Oh, yes, yes. You must be Ola's friend.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Well, please come in.
I would love to. She walks in and she's like looking around in like a very like, and she focuses on things for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
And like one of the toaster cats like jumps off of the counter where it was and like goes over to her and starts butting its head against her. And she reaches down and like pets it. She's like, "What a lovely home you have."
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, I try. Yeah. Now, if you wanted to see the project, please follow me. Like, leads her out to the workshop, and where there's like this thing that's taken apart, and she's like, "Well, I don't know how much of it that Oler explained to you, but as you can see, the and then she like launches into some techno babble.
And this woman stares at you, no expression, and like doesn't blink. Uh, you're not even like she's stone still. And then when you finish talking, she inhales enough air so that she can like speak. Um, and she says, "Fascinating project. Yes, I can see exactly what needs to be done."
Oh, brilliant! Yes, I'd really look forward to your help, and if you wouldn't mind breathing more often, that would be fabulous. Thank you.
And she like takes like a sudden breath. She says, "Yes, of course. I have to remember these things. Thank you."
No, not disturbing at all. It's all right. Come on now.
And like she has like a weird like jerky way of moving, and like her hand-eye coordination isn't the best, but she does know like the gaps in your knowledge. She's able to fill it, and so like the two of you are like hunched over this project working on that. And we cut away from that, and we cut to Rill and Booty walking back into the subdivision. Or wait, no, you guys are going to the Concord Hall. Yes, we see you guys walking into the Concord Hall. Sorry.
I'm like unsteady on my new crow legs still, like kind of like a baby bird, sort of like half toppling, and Rill's like guiding me from time to time. And I'm just like, I feel really weird. What happened? Where are we going?
And Worm is following with Dirt, and they seem like really nervous and excited.
We're gonna put on a show. I had to agree to put on a show for them to fix you. Got your new legs though.
I do love my new legs, and I like try and hold one up so you can like see it, and then I like topple over a little bit. I fell. I'm okay though. So what kind of show are we gonna do?
Do you want to help me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was thinking of trying to burn down the entire city.
Whoa. That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't think I have gasoline right now, but I want to put on a really, really big show.
Cool. Okay, maybe I can find us some gasoline. I start awesome. Doing some like bigger leaps with my legs so I can go travel a little bit faster. Is there any way I can find out if there's can I read a situation to see if there's gas around us? Is there like a way I can find more gas?
Around the Concord Hall?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Should I read?
Yarg.
Okay. I'll use.
Yeah, ask your 3 questions.
Crap. I never remember what the 3 questions are. 1 second. Cool. I mean, the gas isn't my enemy, but what's my enemy's true position?
Well, I can only answer that question. I can't tell you where gas is. I can tell you your enemy's true position is backstage.
Oh shit. Okay, well that's good to know. Who's in control here?
The Queen. The Queen.
Okay.
This is her domain.
Which enemy is the most vulnerable to me?
The Squire. Squire's very new to his position and not nearly as good at it as he thinks he is.
So I just like turn to Rill and I like grab Rill by the shoulders and I just like kind of shaking him like, Rill, something's wrong. There's a queen and a squire and I don't know where the gas is.
Queen?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
What kind of queen? Maybe she'll want to burn things down too.
I don't think so. I didn't get that feeling. I like took a look around. I took a look around and I saw some shit. I don't know. I got a bad feeling. I don't know.
Is she the queen of this building?
I guess. Queen of the Conquered Hall. That does sound pretty awesome.
Queen? I didn't know this hall had a queen.
No, also, what's a squire?
That is a good and a weird question.
I do like weird questions.
I guess I would ask like Worm and Dirt and say, did you guys know that there was a queen? Is there a queen here? Are you aware
They
of
look
it?
at each other, and Worm is like, "There's somebody here. We told you that. There are people here."
Okay.
Maybe we should like open our brains.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and
Then you can ask whatever question you want.
open my brain and ask about this queen.
So you see a woman in a ball gown, a beautiful ball gown, and the stage is as if it were new. Like the wood floors are gleaming. There's beautiful red curtains flanking her on either side, and she's singing this absolutely beautiful song. And standing behind her is a knight in full armor, and standing to his side is a squire who's holding like the knight's like travel gear, and looks a little bit nervous but excited to be part of this whatever the fuck you're looking at.
Huh. Okay.
What did your brain see?
Singing on the stage. I don't want to detract from another performer's art, but it's kind of necessary that we burn this place down for me to do my art.
Okay.
So,
My eyeballs, I think, told me that the squire is the most vulnerable. So maybe we should start with the squire.
let's go find the squire and feel it out a little bit. And if it's an issue, we'll deal with it then.
Okay.
Maybe we could get them to perform and sing while we light them on fire.
That's cool. What if they're made of gas?
Oh, that would be super helpful.
That would be so helpful. I'd be
That'd make it
so
really
excited.
easy. I hope that they are made of something flammable.
That's awesome.
Let's
And I'm
go
like,
ask the squire.
I'm like jumping around on my bird legs.
Yeah, although, I find that people don't usually want to know that they're going to be lit on fire. If you tell them beforehand, they just get upset and they don't cooperate. So let's just not mention that.
Cool.
It's better when it's a surprise.
Yeah.
It makes it more fun. It's a better show.
I can get behind that. That seems like a good strat.
Right. Then as we go creeping around looking for the squire.
Yeah. Except I can't really creep that good because of my mechanical legs and all. So
yeah, are they loud?
They're pretty loud.
I think you clank
them.
A little
yeah,
bit.
I clank. I like.
All right. Well, we'll do our best.
I think your mic is hitting something, Beans.
Oh, sorry. Oh, it is. It totally is. I fixed it.
Thank you. All right, carry on.
Yeah.
So you're looking for a squire. You guys act under fire. One of you act under fire. The fire being that they find you first.
Oh shit. Do you want to do it or?
I have a 0 for cool. What do you have?
Hold on. I have -1.
Oh, right. Oh shit.
So yeah, you like push open the massive doors to the Conquered Hall, and it's an auditorium. There's rows of like moldering seats, and at the other end there's this stage, and the curtains are all tattered, to either side of it. There's no lights or anything, and the whole place is just really dusty. Smells very musty. But the door creaks horrendously when you push it open, and
Ooh.
like you take a few steps in, looking around, and a shot cracks through the air. Um, and let me get some weapon stats here.
Uh-oh.
So I'm pretty sure somebody lost.
I'm gonna die again.
I don't want to die again.
You're both fine.
I gotta run away and light this place up. Everybody
both-
panic and light things on fire. Hurry.
Actually, it's one harm. So if you could roll 2d6 plus 1.
Okay.
Both of us?
No, just roll.
Ugh.
That's interesting. So on a 7 to 9. You totally missed noticing something important. So the shot cracks through the air and you get winged by something, and you like kind of stumble back, and I think you're both kind of distracted with this. And Booty, you see Rill, and you're like following her as she kind of spins away from you. And when you turn back, there's a very large man and like big pieces of metal like all over his body, and he's charging up the aisle at you. What do you do?
I guess I'm gonna act under fire to push Rill out of the way with one leg and see what happens.
Okay.
So I'm sure this will go fine.
Sure.
Oh god.
Perfect. So yeah, you like your like big clawfoot grabs Rill and pushes her out of the way, and this huge man tackles the shit out of you.
Yeah.
So please take one harm and roll me a 2d6 plus 1.
Okay.
Oh my god, this evil laugh.
Yeah, so he slams into you, and you hit the ground really hard. You're like completely disoriented and incoherent at the moment. And Rill, you're slumped back against the wall, and your shoulder is bleeding. And from the opposite end of the hall, you hear footsteps clack across the stage, and this old woman in this dilapidated ball gown steps out, and she says, "I knew you would be back."
Hi.
Back?
Who are you?
You're incoherent.
Okay.
You're like seeing stars right now. You're like, what the fuck?
I'm like, I wasn't here. They came back. I didn't come here, right?
You were in the back room.
Oh, this is all connected. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello? Can I borrow your stage? Are you the queen?
And this smaller figure like drops down from the rafters next to her, and it's a shorter man who seems to be wrapped in tinfoil. Questionable armor value, but that's how he rolls. And he's got like a BB gun of all things, and he's like putting more pellets into it. And she rests a hand on his shoulder, and she says, "Thank you, dear. Most valiant of you." And she looks across the auditorium, and her voice calls out, and she says, "They've brought you here to start war with me. But I'll let you know we won't go down easily."
A war? I was just gonna put on a show.
And she levels her finger at you, and she says, "Dragon." we know of your kind.
Dragon? No, I don't breathe fire. I just light things on fire.
A fine distinction, I'm sure.
I just entertain. Huh?
She snorts.
Huh?
She clears her throat, opens her mouth, and begins to sing. And it's heartbreakingly beautiful music. Could you act under fire to not be swayed by this horseshit?
Okay.
Oh, interesting, interesting. So we've got 7. In Booty, you hear this beautiful music too, and you remember a time where you danced on this very stage to this very song. I also need you to act under fire, even though you're like not fully coherent right now.
Yes.
So yeah, Booty is like, no, this is an imitation. This isn't the real thing. I've heard the real thing. This is not it. This is like a YouTube cover. I'm not into it. But real, you find yourself dumbfounded for a bit, as this woman sings this beautiful music, and you hear this like clanking, like metal creaking noise as the man in like metal plating stands up behind you, and he like reaches forward and like puts a very heavy hand on your shoulder, and you kind of jolt out of whatever this woman was doing to you.
Who are you?
And his voice like echoes in his like big metal helmet. He says, I am the knight.
The night? Like the nighttime?
No,
What's a knight?
as in
Night?
professional dragon slayer.
What is a dragon?
And he like, as you're like pondering this, he like hooks an arm around your waist and like kind of picks you up.
What?
And starts.
No.
He starts like lumbering down the center
What are
aisle.
you doing? Where are we going? Where are we going?
So as this is going,
Hello, I'm not a dragon. Where are we going?
so we cut away from that for just a bit. Oler, where are you? Do you go back to Granny Gucci's, or are you just hanging out somewhere?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I want to get my gang back.
I was just gonna say I wanted to know so that I knew where they found you, because they have been looking.
Yeah, so like I go looking for them. I'm like calling for the cats, and I have like some random little like scraps of metal that I'm trying to like lure the cats out with, like feed them some nuts and bolts or something.
Yeah, the cats kind of poke out from behind different piles of crap in the junkyard. They like wend their way to the metal bits and start eating it. And you see Middleman shuffle out from behind a pile of junk, and following behind her is Bullseye.
Okay.
And Bullseye is looking at Middleman as if it's the most wondrous thing he's ever seen.
And is Bullseye part of my gang, or is Bullseye
No.
still alive?
Bullseye's still alive.
Right, and they were pals back in the day.
Before, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, and yeah, so Middleman comes over and I'm like, hey, Middleman. And then Bullseye comes on. I'm like, hi, Bullseye. Is Bullseye the one I ate?
No, you ate Center. Bullseye
Right.
is the one that wants to build things.
Oh, yeah. How's your building thing going? And I'm like petting some of the cats.
Bullseye like tears his gaze away from Middleman. He says, I've had the most illuminating conversation with Middleman. She's taught me so many things.
And I like look over because she's never spoken to me, right?
No.
Yeah, I'm like, she doesn't talk to me.
She has a very It's almost a spiritual language. I'm not sure that you would understand.
I'm like, no, no, I don't know what that means.
I saw I saw a vision of, I mean, look, she's beautiful. And
And
like,
she's like all messed up now, right? Like,
oh yeah, she's like a mechano plant person corpse zombie thing.
yeah. And so to Bullseye, I'm just like, well, I'm glad you like what she's like now.
This
Uh,
is this is the way we're meant to exist in this world now. Don't you see that?
well, yeah, that's why I made her like that.
And he like his eyes widen. He says, "You? How?
Do you want me to show you?
Yes, yes."
And I'm just like, it's like someone just being like, here, take everything I like, just have some free stuff, Oler. And Oler's just like, are you sure?
What what does it take? Do I an offering, a sacrifice, a prayer?
Yeah, it's a sacrifice, but if you come with me, I can show you. But I'm open to my brain about this whole situation,
Hmm.
all this spiritualism stuff. I would like to understand what spiritualism is,
I want to know what love is. Um.
and I want you to show me, Trist.
so so you open your brain and you get a vision of your den, and your gaze kind of goes down into the dead place, and there's a pile of bones at one end, but at the other end of this subway station there's vines and like a heavy humid air emitting from it. And you go down that way and you can see bodies planted in the ground. um and they're, some of them are very big, relatively big, some of them are smaller. And you can see like one of like a skeletal figure reach down and pluck one of these smaller bodies off of the vine and set it down, and it kind of wriggles, and they pet it on the head gently, and this thing like scampers off down the hallway,
All right.
and you come back to yourself.
And I'm like, yeah, it's down here. It's kind of small. You might have to crawl. And I like lead I'll lead Bullseye into my little lair. And like some of the cats come along,
Yeah.
I'm sure. But this time, instead of just like murdering him and dropping him in the hole, we're gonna do something a little different. So I just took a move called Step into the Flow, which is a cool move. So we're gonna use that, and it's when I lead a group in true ceremony. So I like get him to sit down in front of all the little smartphones that I have tiled on the wall. I'm just like, okay, you gotta sit here. And then I go over to my like basin of water. I like collect some of it. There's never very much in it, but I get like a handful of water. And I walk over to him and I like, let it like fall on his head. And Oler just says like, creepy TV lady, we give you Bullseye. He's yours now. Come get him.
Okay. And could you read the move for us?
So yes, when you lead a group in true ceremony, roll plus cool, and then I choose some stuff.
Alrighty.
So I'm gonna do it. And this is what true ceremony looks like, Trist, by the way.
I'm totally down. I'm totally down. I just referenced shitty YouTube covers, so like I'm not gonna fire any shots about this.
So on a 7 to 9, I get one choice from the list, and the list is anyone sick is healed, anyone injured is healed, anyone distraught is calmed, Anyone bereft is comforted, anyone lost is reassured, and the source speaks to you. The source being spooky lady from the
Yes.
TVs, in this case. But I feel like the option I'm going to choose is that anyone bereft is comforted, because this guy Bullseye is like wanting this spiritual something or other and has
Yeah.
this weird fixation on like building things. He seems a little like he's, chasing something that he doesn't have. And
Yes.
so I just like splash this water on his head and I'm like, spooky lady, help me out here. Like,
And sure enough, one by one, the dead smartphones turn on until you have a mosaic of her original face. And she says, you've brought us someone alive. Interesting." And Bullseye just kind of looks at her and kind of like prostrates himself in front of her and like seems like overcome with this vision. And she kind of looks down at him and looks at you and she says, "He's ours," you say.
yeah, I didn't have to hurt him or anything. He just wanted to be.
Amazing. Yes, I think this could be one of the final pieces of our project. We need a tiller, and this these hands will do as good as any others, and it's better to have living things if one wants to create life.
Yeah, and I'm like nodding and I try to like talk Bullseye up to her. I'm like, well, Bullseye always works really hard and he was building things in the it was a bowling alley, right?
It's like the
Or
fitness center or something
fitness
like that.
center. Yeah. He was building stuff over in the fit center, but now he's over here and
Yes,
he's friends with Middleman. Middleman's one of us, so
yes. Middleman is close to perfect. This bullseye will help us complete this project.
and Bullseye is like super like emotionally moved by
Yeah,
this whole
yeah.
experience.
He's having some deep feels right now about what's happening around him.
And yeah, I do the like, like hands on the shoulders, like being like, hey, it's okay, it's okay. And I like usher him over to the hole, the like hatch that leads down.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, down there is where the spooky lady, that's where all of her stuff is. And you can build things there.
And she says from the wall of dead phones, she says, "Yes, come to us. We'll show you the way, and then you can show others, and we can. Well, you'll see." And he says, "Thank you, thank you."
And yeah, I like usher him down in there and it's like Oler in the really like harsh light from the side of all these like smartphones glowing. You can just see like half of their face as they dump
Yeah.
this guy into the hole in the ground.
And he when he gets to the bottom, he looks up at you, and then his gaze turns to the side, and his eyes get really wide, and he just kind of like almost as if he's like has no conscious control of himself, just starts moving in that direction.
Yeah, and I just like slammed the hatch shut.
And I think that's a really good spot to take our second break. And when we get back, we can see if Rilla's gonna die again.
God damn
Um,
it.
and we'll see what Granny Gucci gets for fixing the thing that the queen wanted her to fix. So we got some Concord business when we get back. But we're going to take a 5 minute break. Thank you guys for hanging out. Go get your snacks, go get some refreshments, and we will be back shortly.